Seppuku was not a ritual of despair. It was a mechanism of control designed to make loyalty irreversible. In feudal Japan, death by one's own hand functioned as a public transaction. It transformed failure into proof of sincerity, defeat into moral leverage, and obedience into something that could not be withdrawn later. Within that system, the most unsettling feature was not that lords killed themselves, but that their loyal retainers sometimes followed them into death voluntarily. This was not fanaticism. It was structure. Seppuku, ritual self-disembowelment, was reserved for a narrow elite. It was slow, painful, and witnessed. Its purpose was not to escape shame privately, but to display responsibility publicly in a society where honor functioned as social capital. Seppuku allowed a samurai to preserve his name, protect his family, and demonstrate that failure had limits he would not cross. But strictly speaking, seppuku was an engineering problem. The human body does not die quickly from a stomach wound. Left alone, a man could remain conscious for hours, screaming or collapsing in agony, an outcome that would transform the ritual into disgrace. To prevent this, seppuku was designed as a two-man operation. The samurai dressed in white robes, a color associated with purity and death. He knelt formally composed, facing witnesses. In front of him lay a short blade, usually a tanto or wakizashi. Often the blade was wrapped in paper, so his grip would not slip once blood covered his hands. The cut was made horizontally, from left to right, across the lower abdomen in some cases. A second vertical cut was added. The wound was not intended to kill. It was intended to expose pain, control, and resolve. The moment the blade opened the body, the ritual reached its critical point. Behind the samurai stood the keishakunin, a second swordsman, typically a close associate or trusted warrior. His role was not symbolic. It was essential. At the precise moment when pain overwhelmed the body, the keishakunin swung a katana to deliver death. Even here, restraint mattered. Complete decapitation was considered disrespectful. A severed head rolling across the floor suggested clumsiness and loss of dignity. The ideal strike left a narrow strip of skin at the front of the neck intact, causing the head to fall forward into the samurai's lap, as if bowing one final time. What appeared to be a solitary act of honor was, in practice, a synchronized execution disguised as suicide. This physical reality explains why seppuku carried such authority. It was painful, public, and irreversible. It proved sincerity in a way words never could. Once performed, loyalty could not be questioned retroactively. That logic extended beyond the individual. Loyalty in the samurai system was not contractual. It was existential. A retainer's identity was bound to his lord's legitimacy. When the lord committed seppuku, his retainers faced a contradiction. To continue living implied distance. Following him into death resolved that contradiction completely. This practice, known as junshi, occurred repeatedly. This guided official discouragement after Oda Nobunaga was forced into suicide in 1582. Several of his retainers soon followed him. Their deaths did not alter politics. They clarified allegiance. The 47 Ronin illustrate the same logic more formally after their lord. Asano Naganori was ordered to commit seppuku. His retainers waited nearly 2 years before avenging him. When they surrendered, they were permitted to commit seppuku themselves. Their deaths were framed not as punishment, but as completion, loyalty delayed, then finalized. Junshi eventually became a problem. The Tokugawa shogunate discouraged it not out of compassion, but efficiency, a system that consumes its most loyal agents too thoroughly destabilizes itself. Even honor cultures must ration devotion. As Japan modernized, seppuku lost its administrative function. Law replaced honor as the primary regulator of elite behavior. Death could no longer restore legitimacy. It could only remove capacity. Seppuku was never about dying well. It was about making loyalty provable when survival itself became suspicion.